First, just, this game was definitely a blessing for me. When you see your team kind of being complacent and looking at teams and disrespecting and then get outplayed, I felt like Christian Brothers really outplayed us today with just playing hard, playing with energy, moving the ball, playing the right way. That it's a tape that I definitely needed to try to prove to them that whatever we say to them in practice is real, and that when you get to the games, it's going to show, and it showed today. So if the guys in that locker room got the pride that I think that they have, they'll start taking everything seriously. And then also, we've had a lot of guys in and out of practice, and thinking that it's just going to happen in the games. And like I said, this is a blessing for us, and I'm sure we'll grow from this game. And just want to give a shout out to Christian Brothers. They're well coached. They did a great job today.
You mentioned effort. Was that more concerning to you than the missed shots?
Absolutely. The 2 for 19 is nothing. I didn't even really care about that. We just got outplayed in our building, and you got to respect everybody, man, on this level. And that was more discouraging to me than anything.
Penny, can you attribute any of that to just lack of cohesion, brand new group, or is it just simply, like you said, you feel like they didn't pay the proper respect to Christian Brothers?
I think that they didn't pay the proper respect. I think they thought they were going to get out there and just walk over Christian Brothers, and that's just not how it works. They played hard, and they made us play harder. They forced us to play hard, and we got to come out, throwing the first punch.
Penny, I'm just curious. The starting five you put out there, is that just you kind of trying out new things and seeing what you've got, or is that something close to what you seeing the starting
No,
five
I'm just mixing it up. It'll be a different lineup when the next Sunday. That's just me doing. I do it in practice all the time as well.
Can you share about kind of what you were looking for there with those five and what you were trying to see?
Yeah, I was looking to see how Alo and Kendrick were going to play together in the backcourt early, and then if Jaden can knock down some shots, and with Malcolm and DeAndre being veteran bigs, that they could work off of each other, pretty well.
Hey, Penny, what did you want to get out of this game?
Well, I wanted to come out and play hard. I wanted to kind of, create an identity for this year's team, and on the defensive end, just be dominant because we can. We've been taught to do so. I know it's early, so I'm not panicking, but we could give a better effort than what we did.
Hey, Penny, you said you wanted to get a sense of how guys would work together, Alo and Kendrick and Malcolm and DeAndre.
Mm-hmm.
What are the early returns? What are sort of your feelings about those combos and maybe some other ones that you saw that you liked or you didn't like?
I think early it was, the returns weren't good because that group didn't play well together. They didn't mesh well. Jaden didn't hit open shots. It was more isolations than moving the basketball, moving without it. And that's what we needed to see, though. This tape would be a good teaching tape for us.
I mean, it's one game, but Kendrick obviously made a very good first impression. What did you like out of him today?
Well, I've been seeing that on the other side for a few years, so I'm happy to see him on our side. So, I mean, he didn't shoot the ball the way that he shoots it. He's in the gym a lot, making shots, hundreds of shots in a week. And for him not to shoot well, I'm sure he's going to be frustrated with that. But just to see him on our side and being able to control the game was big. I mean, he basically kind of cruised by getting 22 points. He didn't try to – I mean, obviously I'm not disrespecting Christian Brothers, but if we would have just given him the ball or ran a lot of plays for him, I felt like he could have gotten a big number. But, we were bringing him in and out of the game and trying to play a lot of guys to see where we were.
What did you think of the Alo-Kendrick combination?
I think that they still need some time because Alo's been out with his ankle, so they really haven't had a lot of time together. Alo, I think, more than Kendrick, is trying to figure out how to play with Kendrick.
With exhibitions like these and even the one next Sunday, is it almost just as important, more important that you get a message to deliver out of it rather than seeing combinations or what you might use for rotation or
I
whatever?
think both. I think you're trying to get a message out of it, basically for them, and then you're trying to see which combinations work. There were a couple groups out there that kind of had some great energy, got on the offensive glass, got in the passing lanes, got 3 consecutive stops in a row. Those are the groups that you're looking for.
Was there any sort of reaction from the team after the game that was either encouraging or discouraging? Like, did you see them just in the few minutes react the way you hoped they would to what happened out there?
Yeah, there was some frustration in the locker room because they know that we can do better. I think a lot of guys just came out and just overlooked, a good CBU team. This team they play strong, they're well coached, they play hard, and your energy is something that, if you don't match it, no matter what the level of the team is, they can beat you, and they showed us that today. So I wanted to see what I saw, and it's not to be down after this because we're not going to be, hanging our heads, but we know we can do better.
This isn't necessarily connected to what you're talking about, but you mentioned this, and playing these types of exhibition games predates you. Have you ever considered doing one of those closed scrimmages against like another, D1 team like other teams do?
Yeah, I think those are really good. I think because I've had the history with Christian Brothers and Lemoyne from back when I played, that I've kept those relationships. But, in the future, you got to start thinking about those closed scrimmages against a Carolina or a Michigan or someone like that, which will, be a bigger test. Thanks.